Hello there, everyone. How you doing? Um, to the class and my instructor of media communications, and this is how this whole excuse me, this whole video, in between, let's say, 3 minutes and 7 minutes. This whole video is going to be about why my video should go viral, and I came up, going over the whole week for, model and the whole task on what to do and these videos and how they're being shown, the whole visible measures of it, the whole how the businesses are pushing their advertisement to the extreme to get people or draw people within. But a podcast is a little different, and how I can make my video go viral, and you know, I decided to come up with the podcast name. Instantly, it came to me. And by the way, let me introduce myself if I haven't. Jawan Jackson, and this is for my class, Media Communication, the course. And so back to what we were doing, but I decided to come up with a podcast name, and this podcast name would be The Football Personality. And how to make my video go viral is because this is one of the at least um, you know things that we see online, like people conversating or talking about, but it's also one of the biggest sports in America, football, the NFL football. So, what I want to say about that is how I would make it go viral is because I've learned so much, as being a football player myself, and, it's, it's questionable, it's not about, just putting on the football equipment and then going to go play. But there are personalities that we deal with on a regular basis, even on their way to football practice or leaving football practice. You know what I mean? How this can go viral is because I plan on being the expert in this field, the host in this field, and and I plan on having a whole new approach to football, a lot of new content. You know what I mean? And to really be the type of guy, like how Jerry Springer did to his show, be the type of guy for these football players to actually, you know, earn the rights that they're supposed to have as football players. You know what I mean? Because it's almost like football players are not even allowed to speak, their mind, because as a player myself, I spoke my mind, and I got cut, and that was very, very not cool. And it was because I didn't say anything rude or anything, but this is the important part. The coaches, some coaches are just not doing the right stuff. Some coaches are in their own world. Some coaches think they could talk to players how they want to talk. And this is the whole story about this is why I create the podcast, because I want players to come onto my podcast and talk to me and ask questions on how to deal with those situations. Because now me and the coach are in better relations. I don't know how he feels about it, but I still haven't got over the lump. I'm not mad or anything, but I think that this is what I told the coach, and this is how I got cut. I said to coach, Coach, if the potential you believe that I have playing this position, why don't you let me play the position that I told you that I wanted to play? And that's what got me cut. He said, since you don't want to listen to me, I'm releasing you from the team. And I told him, well, fine. I accepted that. He's the coach. He was able to tell me whatever he wanted to tell me. And so I already started a podcast last year and, got online and big old chat room about football. A lot of players, even coaches, were talking and conversating with, everybody was conversating. I noticed that we were having our own little Jerry Springers, about the situation. But how this video can go viral is because I will allow players to call me or get on my podcast and ask me questions about, their relationships at home or their relationship with the coaches on being fair, how to get fair opportunity, how to get to be a better football player, how to get to be more stronger, how to get to, stay more healthy, how to get, how to resolve your personal issues, how to get better at football, you know what I mean? Um, it's just, how to avoid injuries, how to avoid arguments with certain coaching staff, The whole pure ingredients about football lies right here at Juwan Jackson, the personality of football, you know what I mean? The whole pure ingredients, man, the whole, right here, Juwan Jackson, my podcast, the football personality. We got all the answers. We got come at me with all the questions I know from experience, and you can ask some questions about concussions. I've learned about concussion protocols, and the most important one, your love relationships, between parents and kids, and money wise, kids growing up, going to college, and coaches trying to keeping the whole money thing out of college between coaches and players, so coaches and schools won't get fined and suspended, for their draft lottery, stuff like that. Football is not just a sport. Behind each and every player is a story, you know what I mean? And I tell you right now, my podcast, Juwan Jackson, by me, will go viral because every football league in the world just found a library. All right, peace. All right, you guys take care, and thank you so much to my media communications instructors and for keeping this information put all on the board so that we can read and understand. I have to read so many times to understand it, but I be persistent and consistent, to this stuff. And like I said, Juwan Jackson, the football personality, my video can go viral because every football league in the world just found a library. You heard what I said, Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Check this thing out. It will be on YouTube. You know what I mean? Go ahead and drop me questions. Go ahead and drop questions so I can, if you're a football player and you want questions about being fast or relationships or how to get better or helmets or where to go buy your football equipment, just drop the question down. Hey, also, give me thumbs up, like my video, all right? Let's get it in, all right? Please subscribe to this video for me, like it, as many likes as you want. Please do that for me. Question down, drop your comment down at the bottom. I will answer them for you myself, Juwan Jackson. I'm going hard for you guys, okay? Juwan Jackson. My school is Full Sail University, Media Communication, to my class and my instructor, all right? The podcast will be coming soon. The football personality, the pure football ingredient. Like I said, there's a library for you, football. All right, peace.